Hey everybody, I know I haven't made a video in a really long time, so I figured I'd make a video for my April updates. I don't know how you all have been coping with this whole staying at home thing, but I'm slowly going insane. I have my husband home, both my kids are home, the house is a crazy circus, so I haven't had time to make any videos lately, but some things have changed. Most notably, my frag is still in blue, and it's got two spikes going in different directions. It's a pain in the butt to try to turn it around to show you, so I'll try and move my camera so you can see. It's doing really well. I have to repot it. I've been waiting for it to stop blooming so that I could repot it, but it just keeps going, so I don't know if I should repot it while it's blooming or wait. I don't know. Let's see what else. My catasetums are starting to wake up, as you can see. I repotted most of them back into moss because it's just, I don't know, the bark worked for me for some of them, but it didn't work for others. So I decided I would try moss again and just make sure it was more tightly packed, because I think I didn't have it packed tight enough before, and that's why they weren't doing so good. And so far this one is really taking off, and you can see its roots. I'm getting like way more roots than I usually do, so I'm pretty happy about that. The other ones in the back haven't woken up yet, so I'm waiting for them still. And then I have some more in my front window that I'm gonna move over to moss that I got from from a Fraser Valley meeting a couple months ago when Sunset Valley orchids came, and we'll see how they do. I've repotted a couple of my plants because they weren't doing so well. My dendrobium is starting to drop its leaves, so I might be producing a new growth soon. But otherwise, everybody's growing new leaves and new roots. This one hasn't gotten its blooms yet. It's still growing its spikes out, so it should be a little bit longer still. But my biggest surprise that I'm most happy about is, if you can see in the back, this is my dendrobium. It won't focus on the flowers. It's really hard to do, but that's my dendrobium that I got at the Vancouver show last year, and it's got 4 blooms on it. I'll bring it out and do a separate video on it probably in a couple days, and show them better for you. I think it's like Frosty Dawn. Yeah, Dendrobium Frosty Dawn. So, but it smells nice, but you have to get like right up in the flowers to smell it, so it doesn't really overpower the kitchen and growing area. One thing I'm really excited about though is, if you look right there in the middle of the screen, there is something growing out of my Dendrobium Enobi Purple Splash. I don't know what it is yet. It's still really small. Keeping tabs on it. Apart from that though, everybody is doing okay for the most part. My poor cat-chewed Vanda is starting to grow new root tips, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, plants are waking up and they're starting to grow. One thing though is I unfortunately have lost my little mini. I forgot that he was in there and forgot to water him for a while, and he kind of just shriveled up, so I'll have to replace him in short order as fast as I can. Bottom shelf is definitely struggling though. I sprayed them with some stuff because I saw some bugs, and the leaves are all yucky, as you can see. And because I sprayed my 2 little guys here, their leaves dropped, so I quickly repotted them too, because I figured it might be also a root issue, and it turns out I was right. This one, the roots were pretty much gone. This is my Encyclia Mariae, and so I've repotted it. Since I've repotted it, I just put it in straight moss. It has 2 new growths coming out, so I'm hoping it's got enough energy to pick up growing. And then this one is my Prostachia gutata. It was the same sort of thing. It just didn't have any roots. I don't think, like, I think it's been like 5 years since it was repotted. So, yeah, it needed to repot. I should have repotted it sooner, but I didn't. But it does have a new growth starting right down there at the bottom. So I'm hoping that it will have enough strength to keep going. But everybody else is doing okay. I'm slowly repotting people as I get free time. And yeah, I'm just going to try and make that my quarantine project, is get everybody repotted. But yeah, everybody seems to be doing good. I'm getting a bud on my Psychopsis, as you can see. My real success, though, that I'm really proud of is my Paphiopedilum colossum, and I'll just pull it out here so you can see. But I got this from my friend, and she gave it to me because she was getting sick of this plant because it would only grow 1 new growth at a time, and then the previous year's growth would die off, so she only ever had 1 growth growing on it. Well, I've got 1 growth. Here, let's see if I can make some room so it gets light and I can put it out. Nah, never mind. Anyways, I've got 1 mature growth. That's the one closest to the tag. And then this is the previous growth that had spiked for me. But as you can see, it's got, it won't focus, but it's got a new growth there. And then if I turn it around here, you can't see it because of the light, but there's 1 growth coming in there, and then there's 2 more growth coming right there at the base of the other fan. It won't focus though. So I've got like 4 or 5 new growths coming on this thing all at once. Oh, and there's 1 right there in the middle. So I'm pretty excited about that. That means it's actually growing really well. So I haven't told her yet. I was waiting for them to all grow a little bit bigger, and I was going to take a picture and then send it to her and be like, hey, look what happened. She won't be happy. Well, she might. She probably will be happy. But she'll probably be miffed that it's finally waking up and growing for me. The ones I plan on repotting next are going to be my my Paph spicerianum, and probably my Sophronitis back here. It's looking pretty yucky. And then I'm just going to make my way through and repot all the guys on the bottom shelf first because I think they need it the most. And then from there, I'll move up and start repotting the ones up here. I did repot the ones up here that were like in dire need. So like these little guys, my Ludio alba, it was really suffering and doing really poorly. So I quickly repotted it into straight moss. And since then, it's popped out a new leaf that is a little bit bigger than the previous ones, if it'll focus. And it's got a new leaf coming on it too. So I'm hoping that's turning around. It's also got a new root coming out of it. And then this is my Orangeus biloba. It's got a new leaf coming. So I'm hoping I can get both of them to start growing well as well. Apart from that, everybody else is doing okay. Much better than I am. I'm talking to my plants a lot more. So I am fully accepting the crazy plant lady moniker. How are you guys holding up? How are your plants doing? Are you babying them more, taking care of them more because of you being stuck at home? I'm trying really hard to avoid buying any plants online because that would be disastrous for my bank account. I would need a special bailout from the government just for me. Anyways, everybody stay home, stay safe, stay alert, and take care of your plants. Thanks for watching.